Hey, you are now listening or watching the Halos in the Infield podcast, sponsored in part by Noble L Works over on 1621 South Sinclair, where you can get discounts by just mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield, drink discounts on us, baby. And also by 714 Tickets, 714 Tickets. The price you see is the price you get, and you also get 10% additionally off in the Apply Now code once you order your tickets just by mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Now enjoy the show.
Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Welcome to the Halos in the Infield post-game podcast with Todd Fox, sponsored by Noble Ale Works Brewery, as well as 714 Tickets. This is your nightly destination for all things Los Angeles Angels. Come join Todd as he recaps every thrilling and disappointing moment from tonight's game, win or lose. Get ready for insightful analysis, fan reactions, and Todd's engaging commentary. Plus, fans can call in live to the Halo hotline to have their voices and opinions heard as well.
It's the Halo hotline.
Stay tuned in for your chance to win free Halos merchandise with our weekly trivia.
It's all about the game.
It's time to dive into the heart of Angels baseball with Todd Fox on the Halos in the Infield postgame podcast.
There's a drive from Mike Trout. See you later. That is long gone.
It's the Todd Fox postgame podcast with your host, Todd Fox.
Hey, we're coming down the stretch. I am Todd Fox. This is the Halos in the Infield postgame show on the only network that gives you Angels baseball all season long. No matter the score, we give you our opinions, you give us yours, and we move on from there and have a conversation. We don't just talk to you. It's very interactive on this network, whether it's on X, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, you name it, we're there. We talk with you. We're going to have more stuff coming next season with a website and everything else. Vlogging, fan vlogs are going to be available next year. So a lot of good things to look forward to. Let's just hope the Angels can give us something to look forward to as well, because this year sucks. The Angels win 5-0 to pull within, 19 and a half games of first place. And they're only 29 games under 500. That's better than the freaking White Sox at this point. I'm hoping that we could knock off some wins so we don't have the all-time worst record in Angels history, which would be 96. And I'm hoping that we can make the White Sox more inept, because I think the Padres and I think the Tigers, who are left on their schedule, should help them, if we do our part, break the losing record of all time. At least since 1901, they would have the worst record of all time of any baseball team. That would be helpful for the Angels to make someone else look embarrassing for once. We've embarrassed ourselves enough this season as a team. And as you have most of you have checked out already, the Angels have, are five. If you want, look, I'll put it this way: to hit up a quick sponsor, 714 Tickets, go to the Apply Now code and type in HITI on Apply Now code at checkout. You get your 15% off of any ticket. So if you're a Rams fan, if you're a Kings fan, Ducks fan, whatever fan, or if you want to see a concert, you get 15% off thanks to us over here at Heedy. With that out of the way, Angels win 5-0. Griffin Canning pitches a shutout pretty much, and the Angels get one run here, one run there, one run here, one run there, one run here, one run there, and that's it. 5 runs, 10 hits, and that's fine. That's the kind of performance that we would have loved to have seen all season. That's the kind of performance that comes every now and then, and more often not than all the time, or even sometimes, because we love our sabermetrics and we love our analytics, and we can't keep that. I mean, I understand it's never going to happen every night, but you could tell that the way that they bat from night to night always changes. They never have the same approach, and they never make adjustments. And it's kind of mind-boggling, and it kind of hurts the brain when you think about what they can be, even with the minor league hat that I'm wearing of the Angels, the single A team. They play like it at times, and that's when they're not hurt. When they're not hurt, they still can hit like a minor league team. If a minor league team was playing a major league team. And right now, there's no getting around it. The Angels are a minor league team because let's just be very, very honest with ourselves. Taylor Ward on a very good baseball team, let's just say he's on Baltimore right now. He is a fourth outfielder at best. At best, he still might be in the minors in Baltimore. Zach Neto should be on the come up to being a major league hitter, but he's been fast tracked because of our poor farm system and nobody really on the major league roster. Nolan Shannowell should be enjoying his first full season as a minor leaguer. He's quickly our first baseman of the future now. Cavadas, need I say more about him? Ohapi. Ohapi's the one guy you could look at and be like, yeah, he's where he's at. He should be where he's at. And you'd be like, well, you're kind of rough on Neto, but in a good organization, I wouldn't say Neto's 100% to be on the lineup or in the lineup every night. But he's having a damn good season. I'm not taking that away from him. But if we had the kind of roster that this team should have had under the, or a Socia era Angels, 95% of these guys wouldn't be on the major league roster. So what does that tell you about the roster that we have? Wagaman, LeBlanc, Lopez, Adams, Campero. None of these guys should be up here right now. but two things. We've had a disaster. You thought last year's season was a Titanic disaster. I mean, what else is worse? Is this like the Japan earthquake disaster of a season? I mean, everything that has gone wrong has gone wrong. Everything that can go wrong with injuries or the most injuries has happened. Worst case scenario for this guy or for that guy has happened. And yet we are still here on the pod. Yet we are still fans of this team. Yet we still want what's best for this team. And it's been hard to watch. Even in a 5-0 shutout, Griffin Canning improves to 6-13. That's an improvement. He's had a bad year. What else can I say? The runners in scoring position went 3 for 13. If this team were to have hit, I don't know, 2 for 10, 3 for 13, 5 nights out of 7 games during the week, we could be talking about roster injuries or not. Sorry, I had something in my mouth. Roster injuries or not, this team could have been closer to maybe a wild card with the pitching that this team has had over the year. Now, obviously, it's flamed out with injuries and guys being shut down. And, so we're a shell of a shell. But you could say this team could have been flirting somewhere close under 10 games, maybe even under, 8 games. I wouldn't say under 5, but they'd be close to being kind of good if we had some sort of consistent hitting as a ball club. But you couple in the injuries, which in normal years, we always have our fair share of injuries. You can count on that. You can take that to the bank. If there was some way to bet on an over-under for injuries that Vegas would set up for the Angels, I'd always bet the over. That this year has been a magical, if you think magical things are injuries. And tonight, bullpen, although has struggled a little bit in the last week and a half, Burke, Strickland, Miller, shutout innings. I mean, we've been accustomed to seeing that. And again, it's against the White Sox. And quick story. So a friend of mine from work, his son was in the band that was playing the national anthem, and he brought his family out, his mom, his dad. He had his kids there, his wife, and they were sitting up high purposely at Angel Stadium so that they could see their son from a good vantage point and record it and everything else like that. Well, the grandma, as she was trying to take a picture of her grandson, fell down the stairs. First ever baseball game. The grandfather grabbed her from falling down the entire flight of stairs, and those are concrete stairs up in the 500s, and hurt his back. Both of them required medical treatment. They missed the performance of the son, of the grandson. The family had to leave the stands to fill out paperwork and also deny they didn't want to go to the hospital. The grandma wanted to go home, but the Angels said, "Hey, we'll offer you future tickets. We don't want this to be a bad experience. Since you're not going to the hospital, we'll move you. If you want to stay, we'll move you, right behind home plate." And that's what they did. They got to enjoy the game. It was last night's game. Obviously, they lost. The grandfather and the grandma are really not really Angel baseball fans, but they became one last night, and they had a good time. The reason why I bring that up is even at a first baseball game, he told me at work today that they had a good time watching the game. They were in it. They were sad they lost, but you made new fans no matter how it happened, injury or not. But you can make fans, you can attract fans to the stadium. A lot of Dodger fans at my work were like, "Man, we really enjoyed those 2 games at Angel Stadium. It was really fun." Like a lot of them took their families, and they had a great time. And they said they'd rather go to the Angel game than a Dodger game. So if you put a winner on the field, you can accidentally get fans when you suck. Imagine if this team was anywhere relevant, not even saying where the Dodgers are at or where the Yankees are at, but let's just say they're flirting with a postseason and they have somewhat of a surprising, exciting team on the field. There's no problem in filling that ballpark up. We've seen it filled, and this team is shit just because of what they're giving away. And people still walk away and say, "We have a great time at Angel Stadium." And that's why Artie makes so much money. But this team, it would be nice to be talking relevant baseball in late August, in early September, and possibly at the end of September. It would be nice to know that football is not going to move our fandom to the side. That football, yes, although is king for most fans when it comes to multiple sports that they like, or even soccer. But in America, it's mostly football. And that usually pushes away most fans. Now, hardcore baseball fans, obviously like us, will stick it out. But there's no doubt it's like that meme where the chick's walking by and the guy's holding his girl's hand and he looks back. He's all, "That's us with football. We're still committed to baseball. We're holding the hand. But we're looking back really, like we're really interested in football." That's taken our attention away from our baseball. I want to get back to the times where, again, if you knew me personally, I love the Seahawks. I'm a huge football fan. Huge. Baseball always wins for me. It always does. But over the last few years, it hasn't been like that. Like literally, if you knew me a few years ago when this team was winning and this team was fun and there was not all this BS behind the scenes and there was not all this just negativity and just no optimism or hope, because I think that's where we're at as a fan base. Like, and also the apathy. This organization needs to prove that it's trying to win. It needs to win us back, not by just wins on the field, but we have to trust that they're going to make the right decisions. They have to show us that they can make the right decisions. My point being is there was a time where Todd Fox, and I'm referring to myself in the third person for a reason, would push aside September football. Like literally, as much as I love the NFL, I was dialed into baseball. And September football didn't matter as much because it was all about baseball was in the prime of its time. The Angels had Socha. They were riding high. We had Guerrero. We had this guy. We had that guy. It was fun. But we are way removed from that. Over a decade now, or about at a decade of just mediocre baseball. And it's very hard because you can't just say because I've been there when the team in football is making that playoff push and they are all in and they're playing hard and you're like, "Yeah, we're going into January. I'm feeling good." And then I've also been on the football side of, oh God, man, December is a bad month, and we are not looking good for January. It's been one of those things where like you check out before Christmas because the season's over. It happens in football. You'll have your team that this halfway through the season, they're done. And if this was a football season for baseball, think about it. We were done in early May. So if that equivalating, making it equal to football, a baseball season, if that were the case in NFL terms, we would have been done after October in NFL, games. 5 or 6 games into the season, Angels season's over. If it were football, that's how it ended in May. So all the hype, all the feeling good, it's for naught because we've had such a bad season. Like again, all of us had that hope that Trout would take the next level. He would take this team by the balls and make it his and be that leader. We thought that maybe Sandoval can be that ace. Doubted the shit out of him, but we thought maybe he can be consistent. Maybe Detmers can take that next turn. Canning can stay healthy. All these things needed to work for this team to be anywhere relevant. We never counted on 6 because we know 6 would do 6 things. But you had all these other players where if they stay healthy, the Renifos of the world, the Ohapis of the world, Neto breaking out, that kind of worked. But we've had all kinds of problems for every player that has graced the lineup for the Angels have suffered some sort of injury, some sort of slow streak, some sort of adversity to where they have not just had a fine season. Every player you can pick on and find something bad about. It's been crazy. Because even looking at Ben Joyce, our boy, you can say, man, this guy's throwing 100. You throw the fastest pitch all year, and he's looked good, but he's been in and out of the lineup. He's had an arm fatigue once or twice. Thankfully, nothing strained, nothing surgical, no anything. MRIs are all clean. That's great. But we've had to shut him down. Soriano emerged as a good starter, very good starter, crazy good stuff. Had to shut him down, arm fatigue. I mean, there's every chance we get to get excited as Angels fans this season has been a kick in the balls. You almost expect something to go wrong. So even when we're like bashing Moniak all year, saying, when's this guy going to get the help he needs? When are we going to bring in mentors to help some of these hitters out to just tweak a few things to get better? Because it appears our hitting coaches aren't doing shit. It appears that our analytics are killing them and blah, 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 blah. Adele starts to finally find his way. Moniak starts to hit like 40 points higher than he has all season. And bada bing, bada boom, right on time, right on cue, both exit, both are done. They both can't even finish. It reminds me of last year. Love him or hate him. If you still love him, fine. I hate him now because of who he is and where he's at now. But Ohtani, think about this. In all the BS that we had last year, a great highlight would have been the final month of September. Whatever numbers Shohei's giving you, whether pitching or just hitting, it would have been nice to give him a send-off. It would have been nice to give him a standing ovation the final 2 home stands of September. But as Angel fans, did we get to enjoy that? Did we get to have that nice thing? No, we did not. Everybody knew he was gone after last year. Everybody. Did we get a chance to say goodbye to him? No. Only Halo honks, only freaking everydayers were the only ones that said, I think he could come back. No, he was gone. But we didn't, as fans, get to thank him. And that's why the BS preseason montage and this last one they did at Angel Stadium, it didn't matter, dude. He was already gone, man. Like, you should have appreciated him when he was here. He chose the dark side. I wouldn't even put his ass in the freaking opening montage of Calling All Angels. That's just me, though. But moving on, back to this team. Winning tonight does one thing for us. It keeps us at, I think, 3rd or 4th pick overall in the draft. And keeps us in the hunt for not passing or tying 95 games or worse. So you have 11 games left. Obviously, the only way we can reach 100 now is we've got to lose 10 out of 11. I don't think that's going to happen. I think at some point we should win about 3 at least. And between now and then, I think the magic number is 6 wins to avoid the 95 or 96 losses. 7 to avoid tying. So keep that in mind moving forward in these final few games. The only saving grace is that the White Sox are that terrible, worse than we are, and Houston may not be playing for anything. And I mean anything. They might be resting their guys because, again, this division was handed to them. How? I don't know. You want to talk about a team dropping the ball? Thank the Seattle Mariners for that. I know they're only 4 games out, but this division's done. I mean, think about it. The Houston Astros are 81-69 right now. Usually, an average year for a baseball team, to win a division, it's usually between 94 and 97. And then you have some teams that win about 100. The American, you'll have 1 or 2, but you always have that bad division. And the American League West has been that bad division. The Yankees, I thought, would have more wins. I thought they would have been, either them or Baltimore. Baltimore really fell off. I thought either them or Baltimore would have 100 wins to win that division. That's not going to be the case. They're going to be 90 wins, 95, somewhere around there, 94 for both of those teams. Baltimore still has a chance, but it's slim, 3.5 out. Royals still have been kicking themselves in the ass. That division went real average real fast, but 4 teams are going to wind up with winning records in that division. The Central Division is going to host 4 teams with winning records. Now, granted, those 4 teams have beat up on the White Sox, but the fact that Detroit took the next level for the rebuild to get to 79 and 73, they're going to finish with a winning record. They are going to, outdo the Angels, because that's, the Angels haven't had a winning record since 2015, and the Tigers haven't had a winning record since 2014. So they are going to break that streak, and they're only 8 games out. Although they're not officially eliminated, they will be. Twins did Twins things. They're 80-71, unimpressive. But the Royals, very impressive, 82-70. The shit fucks surprised me. Right when you think they're done, they somehow stick around. But they're going to win that division and be in the playoffs again and probably choke in the first round again. But of all the teams that don't deserve to be in the postseason, Houston Astros. I mean, really. I don't know how they got there. And it's only because of Seattle. Seattle just really got in their own way. And if they don't make the wild card, that's their fault. And the Texas Rangers, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. I mean, if we did not exist in this division and we were better, or we didn't exist in the West, the Texas Rangers would be your biggest American League disappointment. They really would be. And then in the National League, you got better teams. You just do. Philadelphia is better. The Mets, 83-68, not bad at all. Atlanta Braves fell off. They're probably going to miss the postseason or get the last wild card, one of the two. Milwaukee's been better than expected. Who thought that? Cubs, disappointment. Cardinals, disappointment. Reds, disappointment. Pirates, disappointment. We thought this would be a more competitive division. Not really at all. Dodgers are doing Los Doyers things, but they're barely ahead of the Padres and they're barely ahead of the Diamondbacks. But they're going to win the division again and then choke in the playoffs again. So no surprises there. The reason why I bring up the standings is, again, you have a team leaving for Vegas, a likely realignment to all the divisions in the next 2 to 3 years, with a Nashville team and likely a Utah team being expansion or move teams. The Angels are going to be in they better get good fast, because we're going to have to deal with Vegas and Seattle still being in the division, but we're going to have a Utah team to deal with at some point. So get ready for that. But the Angels got to get it going. And next year, is going to be a pivotal year, and you will see what this team is about moving forward, whether it's sell the team already and he's all completely out. He's just going to cash out, but I would have thought he would have did that already. So I don't consider that an option. What scares me is if he doesn't spend on this roster, then there's a good chance we're just going to run it back next year and continue to just suck up money. And he's going to try to lose on purpose to eventually move the team. But where, who knows? So as long as Nashville gets a team and Utah gets an expansion team, I don't think this team is going anywhere. I don't think he could break the lease. I don't think Anaheim will let him. Look how long it took Oakland to leave for Vegas. So there's a longer timeline than he has to put in to actually move this team. So I wouldn't put that as an option. But I will say this. He needs to have a team out there that we can all support and have faith in, to just at least, because tonight, just like the title says right now, just South Park had the Cripple fight, and that's the Angels and the White Sox. They have no business still playing, but we're playing out the string and we suck. I want to see a better team on the field. I don't care what the promotions are. I just want to see a good team. I go to the game. Fans come to the game to watch a good team. Those fans became fans because they didn't know what the team was about. But eventually, that whole new car smell of going to your first baseball game, going to a family event and catching a baseball game, the fun of a baseball game once or twice a year, it wears off. Once you become to follow that team and realize, man, we haven't won in a long time. And I think that's where we're at. Those fans coming for the first time are few and far between. So let's get into the awards for tonight, because we'll make it super fast. Eric Wagaman, not Magaman, not Wagaman, Wagaman, whatever the hell you want to call him. He went off tonight. He wagged his man. He had 3 hits and 4 at-bats, including his first home run, or his second home run as an Angel. He had his first the other night. And he was the offense tonight. That's all they needed, but he pitched in with 2 RBIs. And he is your Golden Stamos Award winner now. The Nacho Night.
I love the nachos, gas station nachos. I love those nachos, yeah. Gas station nachos, ow.
The Nacho Night Award for worst player on the field, Luis Robert Jr. Talk about a bad season. I mean, you can't really point to one White Sox player and say, hey, they're having a great season this year. Yeah, this guy's having a career year. There is no career year on that team. And Robert, 225, 14 home runs, 35 RBIs. But he had the hat trick tonight, 3 strikeouts. You suck, my friend. He sucks. So let's go now to Erica Weston's eye. I'm Erica Weston's eye, and I've got my eye on you.
Erica's watching close, she's got that eagle eye. If you're the star tonight, she'll let your praises fly. But don't get cocky, keep your game in check. Cause Erica's the queen and she demands respect. But I've got my eye on you, award. You play like a champion, now you're getting adored. You caught her eye and you stole the show. Take the trophy home and let everyone know.
I'm Erica Weston's eye, and I've got my eye on you. Now, that stands for the best player on the field, or hardest hitter to get out, toughest pitcher to face. And I'm going to give it to Griffin Canning tonight because, again, when Griffin Canning's on, he doesn't have blow-you-away stuff. He relies a lot on movement and keeping the ball down. It's rare when he has 6 strikeouts, let alone 4 or 3. And because that's what he usually averages when he gets wins is 2 or 3 strikeouts. He keeps the walks down, which he had 2 tonight. And he just puts the ball in play and gives you a solid 6 innings. He's done this in wins and losses. So his season hasn't been a complete wash, but he's had a tough season, ERA-wise, because then he'll give you a start where he'll give up 6 or 7 runs in 4 innings. So his ERA lowers to 5.16, but he usually is very good when he gives you 50 strikes out of 88 pitches, which is a good balls to strikes or strikes to balls ratio. So Griffin Canning can be good. Is he the long-term solution? No, I think it's time to move on from him, but watch the Angels give him a 3-year contract. So with that being said, there's only one song to play. We haven't played it much lately because the Angels suck, but not tonight, baby. So Stilkes is being played, and then also one thing that has to be said and one thing that has to be played. Mario says it, so you got to play it, and he beat Mateo to it. Everyone enjoy a botanical spritz.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast the day. Sip and cheer no matter the score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
And speaking of Mateo, have you guys scored a touchdown yet? And Big 20, this is the last time I'm referring to you as that, by the way. And only you would take that and say, what happened and was there a fight? I am going to make a rule now that we are not allowed to refer to him as Big 20. That is over. It is done with. It is Farkas. He is Farkas. Big Farkas checks in with was there a fight? No, that's just a play on words. Mario says builds character, Mateo. Mateo also says, Mario, it's okay. I already won the Spritz O'Clock Award. Yep, you got it. Also, Cripple fight. Mar Martinez says, how about a bum fights? No, we're giving too much credit to bum fights. This is a Cripple fight. Madden Curse is real. McCaffrey out at 4 weeks. I told you, Mateo. And then Tyler says, damn, we're so back. Mateo also says, Trout as corner outfielder's spot or DH. Which one would you prefer? Get him out of the outfield. DH it is. R. Martinez says, this series is like, who is smartest special ed kid? Also, Mario says, I'm still rooting for the Halos, but since we suck, it's all about football. I agree. Angels win. Who gives a fuck? We're so back. And yeah, right. Tyler also says, at this point, I literally hate Taylor Ward's swing. Never changes. Freaking lazy and slow. Also, Dan says 2025 looks bright. Contenders? Maybe 2026 and no Artie, I hope. We have a chance. Mario says 100%. This is a minor league team this season. Also, Rally Chris says, breaking news. Rendon is on the IL to start the 2025. I'm calling it now. He's got to make it through spring training first. R. Martinez says, what's that saying, Todd? We kid the Angels because we care. Yes, exactly. That's the way to get out of it when someone says, hey, stop being so harsh. Tyler says, hey, Doyers lose to the Marlins. LOL. Also, Dan says, you have that duster hat. Great logo. I love this hat. Al got this for me, and I love it. Brian says, Angels said that attendance was 36,000 tonight. Yeah, just remove the 36 and it's more like it. Dan says, Wags looks good, Todd. I think he's not I think he was not a third baseman. Whatever he is, whatever he can be, is a plus to what we have over there at third base. Wags is going to take Rendon's job, Jack Lee says. Also, at Brian, because I heard tonight was the last night Halo Honk with Roger Lodge AM 830. Probably because they're playing at home the last time right here during the week. Dan says, yeah, Tyler, Padres getting hot dog turds, a.k.a. Team Ghetto, is cooling off. Dan says, somehow, some way, Rendon needs to be traded and eat that crap contract, get a single A player, and buy out that butthead. Exactly. But again, you will never get Artie to admit he was wrong, and that's why he's still on the team. Brian says, I was going to go to tonight's Angels game, but decided to watch the paint dry in my recently painted room. He's like, it's dry. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, the Angels are playing. Also, he says, that Rally Chris, are you joking about Roger Lodge? Marty checks in with, we're so back. R. Martinez says Trout is now saying he is willing to change positions to be healthy. Haha. What a joke he is. It's not a position, Mikey. Exactly. He should literally be a DH. Farkas says football, and oh yeah. Marty says Trent said we should win tomorrow, and we're unfortunate not to have been swept by the White Sox. So stupid. Farkas also says 2-0 start this season and the Chiefs. Also, I thought he was a Seahawks fan, Farkas. I have 3.7 billion. Should I buy the Angels? At this point, yes, 28. Tyler says, knowing the Halos, we'd have Chapman for third base and Rendon would still get the start. That's probably true. Mateo says, a schedule from September 19th through 26th, a carbon copy this week with Houston and the White Sox. Exactly. Grillmaster says, what the Sigma we won. You tried that joke 3 times and I didn't read it last night, and so I'll give it to you tonight. 28 says, we need to change the whole medical team. That is true. That is very true. Because our medical team can't, I mean, they're like, wow, you have a cold? Tommy John. Mateo says, my quarterback had a bad game on Saturday. He went 5 for 32, 72 yards. He threw 2 pick sixes and he fumbled. Who made him a quarterback, Mateo? That is Bryce Young status. J-Dog says Gooby's like, hey, nice win against the White Sox. Yeah, that's what they expectations. Shake my head. Well, he didn't say shake my head, but you know what I mean. Also, Joshua says, we're not so back. Mario also says, I think expansion is a mistake. Maybe move teams to better markets would make sense. That would make sense, but Tampa Bay's got a home. Vegas has got a home. So you really don't have a poverty franchise right now, with the exception of the Marlins, and they just built a new stadium, so they're not going anywhere. They've got like a 20-year lease for some reason in Miami. So you don't really have that one franchise that just doesn't draw flies. Pittsburgh would if you got a winner on the team, or a winner as a franchise. You're not going to move anybody, and Nashville's been starving for a team. I think expansion would help because you have more international players coming. The Olympics are bigger and better and building the sport in other countries. So I do see an influx of more talent. It may water down the product at first, but I think you'll see that happen more often than not. What do I know? Q Lombardi. And Lombardi is making tonight's first soundbite. What the hell's going on out here? He always wants to know. Brian says the city of Anaheim needs to give Artie a great deal on the land, just like they did for the Ducks owner. Keep the Angels in Anaheim, whatever it takes. The alternative does not look great. We would lose for sure the Angels pretty soon in the next 5 to 10 years if he doesn't get that. I guarantee you, right, Brian? Damn it! Now there's 2 outs in the game, 2 on. Also, where in the hell is Renifo? He's out for the year. Also, he's injured. Martinez, bases loaded for the Padres, 2 outs. Machado up. Let's see. Also, Waggerman, Homer, Q Lombardi. Yeah, Q Lombardi, Q Bally's, because they're like, hey, Waggerman hit a home run. Pretty much. Oh my God, I forgot about Stukas. It's been so long. Big Farkas says, I have so much to tell you. Also, we actually scored a touchdown last game. Our PAT was blocked. Man, you're in for a long season, Mateo. And no, it's Farkas. It is very much Farkas. Unbelievable. The Astros put up 2 and beat the Padres 4-3. Baseball is so rigged. Well, there you go. Are the Angels more entertaining, or the janitor cleaning the bathroom more entertaining than the team? It depends on what night it is. It really depends on what night it is, because sometimes I can find anything more attractive or entertaining than Angels baseball, and it's so freaking wrong. No, it is Farkas, and James says it's Farkas. Baseball is still going on. Yes, it is, unfortunately. Also, Mario says, Artie says, what is a medical staff? Let's see. Also, he's been the quarterback for 3 seasons now. He balled out last year. I know you were talking about him so good last year, so I don't understand. You got to switch up that philosophy. All right, so we'll take some phone calls, 714-598-3221. I'm sure Farkas is going to call in right now and give us his fruit by the foot, his his commentary. Yeah, they blew a chance, the Padres, to pull within 2 games tonight. Smart Padres. Again, that's why they won't go anywhere as usual. I think, and as far as the playoffs are concerned, because I'm sure Farkas is going to interrupt me anyway right now. Padres should get in the postseason as a wild card. Mets are in, Diamondbacks are in, Braves are on the outside. You have the Tigers only a game and a half out. They could possibly catch the Twins, playing the Twins here pretty soon. Royals and Orioles are in for right now. So you have that right there. So again, what is a postseason, Todd? A postseason where his teams play each other for a chance to win a championship. I know that's difficult for a lot of people to fathom with this team, but no, it does happen when you win your division and you actually have a chance to move forward. You can play for something more exciting than just a regular season game. So you can eliminate the team that you play and then move on to another team and possibly take them out. And then you play a team from the other league for the golden trophy that we've only had once. So that's my short term for that. Dan says, where is the Farkas commercial? I could use a laugh, but for now, about Roger loving me long time. Well, look it up on YouTube, and I'm sure Farkas can put it up in the comments, but you can find it on YouTube, Fruit by the Foot, basketball, I think, commercial or something like that.
There's a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight, which makes me so horny, and me love you long time.
There you go.
I want balls and oh, have mercy. John Stamos choked on me.
Joshua says never heard of it. It's a weird concept for Angels fans. I don't think we know what that is. But again, waiting on Big Farkas to call in because I'm sure Farkas can look. And we talked about this last night. I don't know who came up with that name. I don't know what producer was like. Great idea. I love that name. And they put it to a commercial. It is, to me, that is the worst part of the commercial. Forget Farkas's acting. Forget the kid that was eating the fruit by the foot candy or whatever the hell you want to call it. That was terrible. The entire commercial was terrible, Farkas. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. Terrible. And I thought they would put Farkas in have him in an age, put makeup on him, make him aged. But they actually took an older guy and removed Farkas. So, I mean, I look, would I love to be in a commercial? Yes. Was I ever in a commercial? No. So you have that over me, Farkas, and that's great. And congratulations. You did it. You got in a commercial. That's awesome. You're a surfer. I could never surf. I could boogie board. I could never surf. It takes talent to surf, and you surf good. Now, do you act good? Questionable. Was that something to put on your resume? Hey, I was Farkas in a 2-second commercial. I don't know if it is or not. I would tend to rely on my surfing. You've won trophies for it, damn it. You should be swimming like you do in the ocean with a lot of women right now. But I don't know, Farkas. You got to change the game up because we got to get you scoring. Because right now the Angels are just as inept as you are, and you got to get it going, Farkas. You're in a bad position. You got to make it happen, Farkas. You got to score. See, and you even play rugby, Farkas. Thank you. He is not whatever his name says. It is not true. It is Farkas. So when you see those numbers right there, it's Farkas. One Jets Pod says, "Hey Todd, serious question though. With everything this season has brought, who the fuck is Tim Moore?" Oh my gosh. And by the way, One Jets Pod, if you guys missed it or gals missed it, we had the picks and the recap of week 2 So if you're an NFL fan, you're a football fan, please check it out. Subscribe and like. It helps the channel big time. One Jets Pod. Just type in One Jets Pod on YouTube or type it in on podcast if you want to listen to it. But if you want to see some cool stuff, go to YouTube, go to One Jets Pod, and it's the Unfiltered Sports podcast. And if you like Jets football or just want to crap on Jets football, talk it up, whatever, Randy will do that with you. But we had Matty Matt, usually Dominic from Catella Chronicles is on there. Randy's on there kicking ass. I'm on there kicking ass. It's a pretty good show, so check it out. We touch on everything football. Mario was over there. A few others went over there. So if you want your football fix, do that. I suggest it's good stuff. So again, Farkas, are you going to call in? Because if not, we will cut this one short. 714-598-3221. Let's see. Chris Stapleton concert. Hey, Gooby. So he's already putting up for next year's country weekend. Oh yeah, I can't wait to find out who's going to make it to country weekend. Why couldn't we have also, since Gwen Stefani went off so good last season, why couldn't we have a Gwen Stefani night, a No Doubt night? She's Orange County. Hell, the first album No Doubt ever did had Orange County as the title. She was holding an orange. So it would be great if she returned home and did a concert. No Doubt weekend. I'm all for that. I'd be there. I'd be dressed in 90s. Wouldn't that be cool? Come to the stadium, dress 90s, see some 90s concerts. You know what I mean? Like we could see 311, we could see No Doubt, see some California bands even, you know what I mean? It would be cool, right? You have a concert 3 nights out of the on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or you have one and maybe just a 90s night, best costume, best outfit, win something, right? You could do shit like that. That would bring fans in, even if the team sucked. See, I'm even trying to help the Angels out with promotions, even if they were to suck again next year. There's ways to do it instead of just saying, hey, it's 80s night, and look at the Jumbotron. Everything's 80s. Hey. And cheap graphics to make people in Back to the Future. No. Have a contest. Have everyone come like they would to an 80s bar, but to the stadium. Seeing kids dressed in the 80s stuff. Seeing women walk around with a big-ass hairspray hair. Right? Just have a 70s. Do it like that. Involve the fans. Imagine that. Imagine if you gave a shit about your fans. Involve us. And maybe we'll look past your warts. Maybe we'll enjoy the game on the field. But, we're all waiting for Farkas. No call right there. Joshua was like, come on, Farkas. Let's go. Oh, that's right. Dan corrected me. It was Tragic Kingdom, Disney. Oh, okay. So you're right about that. I was wrong about Orange County, but they did. Okay, Dan, am I right, though? They did have Orange County. I know that she was holding oranges. Here we go. Hey, it's the Farkas. What's up, Farkas?
Stop calling me that.
Why?
That's a commercial. That's not cool. It's Big Pointing Hammer. No. Or I'm going to be off the show this season for the rest of the season. I'm never coming back. Don't call me Big 20 Hammer. Big 20 Hammer.
So let me ask you this then. So are you legitimately mad?
Yes. That's just a commercial. And I got paid. And I'm going to homecoming. And guess what else? I dirty danced last weekend with a hot college chick.
You did what?
I dirty danced on the dance floor last weekend.
You dirty danced?
Yeah, Final Five. And I was like, oh, this feels so good. Oh, and I was super hammered off Shirley Temples.
So let me know what dirty dancing is to Farkas.
It's Big 20. It's the commercial.
Well, what is
20.
it? What is it to you?
So the girl is like, you're dancing and you're moving back and forth with her, and she's just riding your dick. And it's like, oh yeah, oh, in your pants, and you just feel like you're having a good night, and then you ask her to go for a walk.
And then what?
And then maybe you get lucky,
but,
and you fucking
YouTube.
No, what? No, you get lucky and you fucking in the laundry
YouTube.
room. And then Oh, yeah. No, yeah. You get lucky and you just have a good time that night.
Okay, yeah. See, we have to be creative. We can't just say genitalia and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah. But what else? This weekend's my last homecoming weekend. So I might get lucky on Saturday night because I'm not going to my last homecoming dance. I'm just going to go to the after party. And there's going to be hot chicks there. And hopefully one of my friends there. Yeah, because it's our senior year.
Do you have a are you taking a shit right now?
No,
I heard you're doing.
nothing. I'm in my room.
You have a toilet in your room?
Maybe. Or
This
I just farted on the phone.
You're living up to the name. But by the way, when you read the script for the commercial, did you question the name Farkas at all?
No, I didn't even know they put that in there. I saw the commercial and I was like, wow, those jerks. Like, I didn't even want that name. Like, they literally made me say, yeah, after he's done. That's all they made me do. And then they add that in there on the commercial. I'm like, bro. Like, yeah, they just added it in there. I don't know why. It's Big 20, not Farkas.
but were they supposed to call you Big 20?
Yeah, but they added the dumb other thing. Yeah, so lame.
Does your mom call you that?
It's Big 20. No, she calls me Big 20.
She calls you Big 20?
Yes.
Wow. Marty says producer be like, come here, you little Farkas.
No, it's Big 20 because everyone's going to call me Big 20 and everyone was calling me Big. I'm doing the halftime dance and I'm going to crowd surf that night at the homecoming game this Friday.
So are you going to try to have like the women, like if you're crowd surfing, touch your pito?
Touch my butt and my pito maybe if I don't have a boner.
What if the guys do it though? Are you still going to be happy about it?
That's weird. I'm going to be like, put me down. Yeah. Because most of the girls are single this year.
Can we make a shirt with your face on it, like Obama style, and it just says Farkas underneath it?
No, it's Big 20 Hammer. No, it's Big 20 Hammer. How many? It's just a stupid commercial.
But I like that name because it's so original.
No, you shouldn't. I don't like that name. It's Big 20 Hammer. I'm playing rugby. I'm going to fucking lay some fools out on the rugby field this year, hammer them out, and it's going to be awesome.
Okay, what sounds better? Let me ask you this. If there was an announcer at your rugby game, since you don't play football anymore, and you were running with the ball or whatever it is, a bean or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're running with it, and the announcer says, Big 20 with a hit on that guy. He rolled him up. Does that sound good, or do you want to hear the announcer say,
yes,
Farkas,
awesome.
Farkas really farked him up on that one?
No, that sounds weird. I like Big 20 really laid him out on that one. Yeah.
I'd have to go with B, Farkas. I love that.
No.
I love that.
No, Big 20. That's just a dumb commercial I did. It's a dumb commercial. I'm not even talking to him most of the time. I said, well, I'm not. That's a dumb commercial.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, to me, a good come on line, if I was you, would be like, hey, baby, you want to ride the Farkas?
No, that just sounds weird. No, I did. Trust me. I can talk smooth. Last Tuesday, I was talking to some hot college chick, and I was like, oh, are you going to be at the next party? And she's like, yeah, I'll be there. And I'm like, bet. When I'm drunk, maybe we can get it on. And she was like, yeah, I'll see you there. And I'm like, yeah. And then I gave her a kiss on the forehead.
Did you get her number?
Goodbye. Yeah, her Instagram and number.
Did she tell you her number is 911?
No.
Okay, just asking.
Yeah, because she wants it. I can tell.
She actually wants to what?
She wants it. I can tell.
James says, look, that's another one, dude. You could have walked up to her. You said, hey, want a fark?
No, it's not good. No.
Or you could, hey, I have an idea. You can keep both names. You could use both of them. You could say, want to fark my 20?
No, that doesn't sound good.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna smooth talk them and be like, hey, you know who I am? And most girls come up to me and are like, are you big 20? And I'm like, yeah. And so that's how the conversation starts.
Oh.
And they're like, you're the famous guy. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And then that's how they're either like, oh, you're famous, or like, oh, are you big 20? And I'm like, yeah, what's your name? And then that's how the conversation starts.
I don't know. I mean, it really hasn't worked for you yet. That's why I'm saying let's switch it up. Let's go with a Farkas and let's see where we go with it.
No, it's Big 20. That was one silly commercial. It's Big 20. I don't like the Farkas name. It's Big 20.
Can I ask your mom to call you Farkas?
No.
I'm sure she would love that.
No, she wouldn't. She doesn't even call it now. Like, she doesn't. She calls you Big 20. No, it's Big 20.
Look, One Jets Pod has another good come online. Get that Farkle back in your eye. Get it?
No, I don't get that at all.
Oh, come on. Come on, you know, stuff gets shot into an eye. You're Farkas, you farkled.
Oh my. Maybe I understand what you're saying, kind of.
Well, that would work.
Not really. That's weird. I don't think that's weird. No. I'm just kidding. They know who I am by Big 20. They don't care about the commercial. It's Big 20, everyone calls me.
Okay, now Tyler says, can we please address the fact that his mom calls him Big 20? How did that come to be?
I heard everyone call me Big 20, and then she just calls me Big 20. Like, Big 20, take out the trash. Big 20, this, Big 20, that. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a dynamic I didn't know about you. We learn something every night. Every night.
Not really.
Why?
Most of the nights we talk about how I'm gonna get laid and go party this weekend. I'm partying this weekend and next weekend. So get ready for it next week when I call in. I'm gonna be like, I got a family friend event coming up in Ventura, and I'm gonna go party again next weekend. And hope there's gonna be a lot of hot chicks there.
Listen, bro, you've been right about one thing almost every time and wrong about one thing almost every time. You've been right about partying every weekend. That we know and have confirmed via your social media or when you call in.
Yeah.
But when you say I'm going to get laid, that is like saying, well, the earth is going to explode tomorrow. It doesn't happen.
But get this. I have a hotel next weekend, so I can bring them back to the hotel room.
Bro, you were in Japan without a parent and you didn't score.
I was with my friends every night. They were staying in the same room. What do you want me to do? Be like, hey boys, I need the room for an hour?
Yes. I mean, look, if I went to Japan and I went with Randy and some of my good friends, and I said, man, I have a hot chick, and even if she's a 3 to you guys and to them, and she's a 10 to me, and I say, hey, I'm going to knock boots. I need you guys to go down to the bar or go get lost for an hour. They would do that. That's bro code. That's what you call bro code.
Guess what? We're not 20. We're not 20 yet. We can't go to a club yet. It's 20 in Japan, so we can't. They can go to the club yet. Like, Like, we can go anywhere.
Dude, if I'm gonna do a solid for my friend, I'll go to McDonald's for an hour just so that dude can get laid. That's what you do for your friend, man.
But couldn't you get kicked out of McDonald's if you're there for an hour?
No.
Not buying it?
Well, then buy a freaking coffee.
I don't know. It's late at night, man. Why would you need a coffee late at night?
You're overthinking everything, and then you don't think about the good advice we give you.
Yeah, but this weekend is going to be fun because my last homecoming, and hopefully I get a girl. And then next weekend, there's going to be tons of hot chicks at the family friend event, and it's going to be awesome.
I'm officially getting a headache.
Okay, well, I'll call in tomorrow. Go Seahawks, go Chiefs. Angels I've checked out on, but calling tomorrow. Oh yeah. After I sure. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Good night.
Good night.
He's never gonna focus. He's never gonna get farted. It's accused. It's the Halo honk line.
Hi, Todd. It's me, Farkas.
Hi, Farkas. How you doing?
Good.
Are you gonna get laid this weekend?
Yeah.
You're a little slower than usual. What's going on, Farkas?
That's not my name. Call me Big Hammer.
Well, Big Hammer, are you gonna get laid this weekend?
No.
That's the first time you've been honest, Big 20. Sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, but the piece of shit, Angels.
What's up, Rally Chris? How you doing?
Good.
You like that jersey?
Yeah.
The other one should be coming in very soon, if not tomorrow.
Yeah, because I was going to say, he asked me, but he told me today I worked and everything.
Yeah, it should be tomorrow. Maybe the latest Thursday, because they're coming in quicker since that whole COVID crap is over there. So, yeah.
All right.
But other than that, man, are you excited about Angels baseball?
See, I'm not even watching the Angels.
Oh, I bet. The big game this weekend, though, Chargers and Steelers. Who you got in that one?
Chargers. Well, speaking about that, my girlfriend, soon-to-be fiance, her dad likes the Steelers. So, yeah, that's that.
Well, just don't talk too much crap to him.
I know.
I think the Chargers win, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win because since Harbaugh's keeping the team in Carolina right now, so we can bond together. So I think with that, the Chargers are gonna bond together and get sneak out a win against the Steelers.
Okay. Should be a good one, man. So you got anything else?
And hot take.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and hot take. Since Farkas is currently saying go Chiefs, here's a hot take. Chargers are gonna be 4-0 during the bye week.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll see what I mean. I can't put nothing past Harbaugh. That dude's a good coach. So I didn't like him when he was in Frisco, but he's a good coach, man.
Yeah, and I'm saying right now, J.K. Dobbins is gonna be comeback player of the year.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that, my man. All right, Rally Chris, let me know when the jersey comes in.
All right.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
Go Chargers.
All right.
Fuck the Angels.
That's Rally Chris right there. Silent E says, don't give me that bullshit excuse, Farkas. I know for a fact they don't card at most clubs because Silent E is currently in Japan, I believe. I went to plenty while I was only 19 in Japan. So there you go. So if anyone knows, he knows. Yeah, Roger is probably saying, well, guys, I know the season is officially over, but we still have a lot of baseball left to be played, and you need to get your ass in the seats. Boy, my throat's killing me. Had some good laughs though tonight. But we will I love Riley's in-depth analysis. Yeah, me too. Mateo says I can go to the bar soon. I turn 21 in a couple weeks. So congratulations, Mateo. You should come down here. There's plenty of good bars down here. But I guess for the rest of the show, man, check us out. We'll be back on here. What is it? Tomorrow to close out this series and to get to to get through the rest of the few games left, and then we'll talk some playoffs. We'll be probably doing some post games of whatever good series is on TBS, and you best believe we'll be there when the Dodgers get eliminated. So I can't wait for that. Speaking of can't wait, Saucy says can't wait for my Jack Lopez jersey to get here. Hey, so he's all ready for it. He says Big 20, aka Farkas, got a lot of emotional damage tonight. And look, I wouldn't get too upset. It just helps you grow your brand. I think that would catch on having two names instead of one. It's not really all that bad. Once you embrace it, I think it'll stick with you. I really do. Instead of having
emotional damage.
Yes. Granted, I'm 33, Silent E says. But things don't change. They only card you if you want to buy alcohol. One Jets Pod also says Dodgers get bounced first round. I could see that happening for sure. Mario says no football tomorrow, so I'll probably pay attention to the Angels game. Q Lombardi. Yeah, it's getting few and far between for a lot of Angels fans. They're tuned out, and why not?
What the hell's going on out here?
Well, you do you, boo, and the rest of you out there, have a good rest of your night. It's 10:30 here on the West Coast. Let's play us out with some Stukas. Good call, Mario. And we'll talk to you all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and go Angels, because it's been a little weird.
Weird.
Exactly. Angels win. Good night, everybody.